Cisco Secure ACS. In this lecture, we are going to install ACS. ACS installation is similar to ISE installation. However, it is lighter and it's not as sensitive as ISE. As you remember that when we were creating ISE virtual machine, ISE was very sensitive about the type of hard disk and the capacity of hard disk and the capacity of RAM, but ACS is not as sensitive as ISE. The version of ACS that I choose to install is 5.2. I think newer version of ACS is also available for download. As ISE, ACS is not available for normal users of Cisco's site. You have to have service contract with Cisco or ask your resellers to download and deliver it for you. You may ask me why you choose ACS beside ISE. In the field of authentication, authorization and accounting, ACS and ISE capabilities are very similar, but the main or key difference between ACS and ISE is that ISE is not yet support TACAX Plus, which is Cisco's proprietary protocol, and ACS is support that protocol. So I choose ACS for describing the TACAX Plus authentication with Cisco switches. So in this video we are going to install ACS together. ACS installation is very simpler than ISE installation. I create a virtual machine inside VMware Workstation and assign the ISO image of ACS 5.2 to this virtual machine. So now I start this virtual machine. As you see, the first menu of installation is the same as the ISE. So I select option number 1 and press enter. Okay, the first step is that the partition table on the device SDA, which is the hard disk of my virtual machine, was unreadable. To create new partition, it must be initialized, causing the loss of all data. I made a new hard disk to this virtual machine and I click yes to erase all data, and the partition is making. Now the file system is formatting and ready for copying the packages. Now the packages are start to installing. Since this step is take too long, I pause the video until the next interaction. It takes only 4 or 5 minutes and now ACS is ready for setup configuration. So like ISE, we type setup and press enter. The host name ACS server, IP address 192.168.1.11, the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, gateway 192.168.1.1, DNS domain udemy.com, name server 192.168.1.20, name server another one, no. Do you want a username admin? The password again we set udemy @123, password again udemy @123. Again, this preparation could be time consuming, so I pause the video until next interaction. Now ACS is ready to use. So I open up my browser and enter the IP address which we have set on ACS during the configuration setup. And again, we have certification authority issues since the certificate is issued by the ACS and it is self-signed and it is not trusted by the browser. So we click continue to this website. And this is the Cisco Secure ACS first page. Remember that, unlike the ISE, the username which we have set during the setup configuration is not for Web 2. The default username for web portal of ACS is ACS admin. The username is not case sensitive and the password is default. At the first time, the portal requires you to change the default password. So for the old password, we type default And for the new password, we again set Udemy @123, Udemy @123, and click login. ACS admin, Udemy @123. Now, first of all, Cisco Secure ACS asks you to enter a license file. If you have a valid license file, you could enter it here. Click on browse and select your license file and click install. And if you want to use the trial version, you could log in with your CCO account in Cisco site and ask the Cisco to give you a 90 days trial version. I'm not sure that this license is also requires service contract or not. You could try it yourself. Okay, we've done in this lecture. In the next lecture, I will tell you how to operate this portal. Now let's wrap up. In this lecture, we've installed ACS on VMware Workstation as a virtual machine. As you see, the process was very easy and you could try it yourself. I hope this has been informative for you and I'd like to thank you for viewing.